Good morning, all of you Dungeons & Dragons fans out there. After our long hiatus, we return to you with Session 5. Last time in the Third Eye campaign, as our heroes found their way into the dungeon by heading down a dark shaft into the ground. To do this, they rappelled down steel wires that were hanging there. They decided to take the risk and follow the wires down. As they were rappelling, electrical energy was shot through the steel cables, and they were shocked mercilessly. Thankfully, no one was too badly injured in the attack.
Right.
Following that encounter, they entered a room full of these steel electrical cables, the same ones from before. As they entered the room, the doors sealed shut. Fortunately, our brave heroes had Bird to decipher the lock system and doors and escape a shocking death.
The Bird gets name dropped for saving you guys by pushing buttons, but I don't get name dropped for saving you guys by taking the brunt of the electricity.
Our heroes are upset.
Did Bird actually do something useful?
Anyways, continue.
But luck was on their side. After this terrifying trap, the adventurers came across a tiled hallway. As they began to cross, half the tiles they found were unsteady and would fall away. Luckily for our heroes, our brave adventurer Oro deftly crossed the treacherous hall and showed the rest where to go, keeping them safe for the moment. With the party's luck spent, unfortunately they arrived at a cave-in in the hallway along their path to their final goal. Unswayed by this, Lucian attempted to clear a path, and things went horribly, horribly wrong. Not knowing how to structurally sound a building, he went ahead and cleared away, making it more unstable than it was before. Halfway through this terrible debris, the roof collapsed and trapped our brave heroes inside. Through excruciating effort and many close calls, the hero escaped, though many, many injuries happened. With their tails tucked between their legs, our heroes returned back to town, where they decided to rest, recover, and try again the next day. As they proceeded through town, they felt like they were being watched, and they couldn't figure out why. There was many a detour, and fortunately we were able to bypass the road construction and the road, and we were able to make it safely back to our hotel. Tavern. The next day we returned to the ruins. There was no signs of us being watched on the way there. And we cleared all challenges, including the cave-in, with the masterful help of Oro. We then came across a room of poison, and it took... I came across a room of poison. Unfortunately, Ezric, Dames, Lucian, and Bird fell susceptible to the poison and took severe damage. After a short rest, however, we made it to our destination. Looking around and after some investigation, we found an air duct that led into the targeted room that we were so desperate to get into and find our fame and fortune. Oro climbed through like the brave rabbit he is, and this is where he found an ancient treasure, the Sunblade. This rare treasure is... well, it's a lightsaber, but we love it so, and we can't wait to see what happens there. We left our heroes as the whirring of a giant golem came into play. Hostiles found. It screeched. The door shut. And we begin our adventure here.
That was pretty fire, Taryn.
I did try. I wasn't able to get all of it down. There were some pauses in there, but you know.
I honestly don't
You have earned that point of inspiration, sir. Go ahead and take it.
You don't remember much of what happened?
No, so that was really helpful.
Yeah.
I do take notes.
I thought so. 'Cause you're
That makes sense. If you had remembered all that perfectly from memory, then, like, you're a god. So, notes.
He just
All right.
watched archived footage before this.
I mean, I do actually have it all recorded. I could have done this either way.
Last we had started, I did have you guys roll initiative already, so that's handled. Combat is started. The large lump of machinery coming to life in this room does seem to have declared you as hostiles. Ordo, you're the first person who gets like a legit real turn.
Okay.
James and Dames are holding their turns outside of the room, hoping that they'll be able to get in. But the only person who can let the rest of the party in is you.
Right.
So go ahead and start us off.
Okay.
What would you like to do for your turn?
Okay, so we discussed this last time, but I don't remember what we came to. I found the key card as well as the lightsaber on the dead body. And
That is
was I
correct.
able to, now despite the fact that I can't actually understand any of the language that's being spoken, was I able to kind of intuit that the card would be used to open the door?
I would say yes. There's a little like slot thing next to the door that it just kind of, it looks like that's where
Looks
you would
like it would
swipe the
make
card.
sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I can use my movement to get all the way over to the door and slot the key card. Oh, wait.
Okay. I will need an Arcana check to successfully use the key card.
Okay. Arcana. There we go.
You handily beat this AC. You swipe it the right way. You didn't swipe it like backwards or like long side or anything like that. A little green light flashes, and there's sort of like a whirring of machine that hasn't moved in hundreds of years as the doors slowly pry open. And you see the worried faces of the rest of your party. That was your movement and your action, sir.
Okay.
See the terrifying...
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I would like to turn around and use my bonus action to apply. Hold on. One of these is a bonus action. I just need to figure out which setting on my god bonus action. I've got like 4.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. As a bonus action, you designate one creature you can see within 60 feet of you as the target of this feature. Okay, so Slayer's Prey is the one that's like the medium level one that doesn't require a spell slot. So as a bonus action, I'm going to... Okay, let's see. The first time each turn you hit the target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6 damage. So this one's not as good as Hunter's Mark because it doesn't let me give them extra damage every time. But if I get up close with this guy, I might use the spell slot later, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to mark him for right now.
All right.
And that's going to be the end of my turn.
He has been marked. I will throw a little thing on there for your mark.
Okay.
Boom. Oh, no, that might be what we use for death. Hold on. No, death is the red X. That'll be a mark.
Okay.
That's fine. That's good. Cool. All right, Oro, that was your full turn. Next up, it is Ezric's turn. I'm just going to roll a quick, how smart is this boy? He is medium smart right now. He is going to back up a little down the hallway. And that's going to be his turn. He's not very useful in combat, Ezric.
We noticed.
All right. There is this screeching of metal grinding on metal as you all hear it mumble more in a language that you do not know as it begins to move.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
I have comprehend languages.
Is that a spell?
Yeah, it's a spell.
would you use that? I don't know if you can use that as a reaction. Well, what level spell is it?
It's level 1.
Okay, in this situation,
It is more of an out of combat spell, but I like where your head's at, and that might be important later. But for this combat, it won't help you much.
Yeah.
Also, my character sheet says that I only have 3 of my 4 slots for my spells.
You might have already used one today.
Did we already?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we've been
so that's
adventuring
accurate.
before this. Like, Bro's not at max health either.
Okay, so it's all accurate. Just checking.
Yes, your character sheet should be accurate to where you were when we left off.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Unfortunately, because we left off, we weren't able to recover after our adventures last time. We're still.
Right.
God, Jesus.
Okay.
All right. The hulking monstrosity shifts an arm up. And this arm you see is like a robotic combination of what looks like 20 syringes
Oh my Jesus.
as they like sort of like rotate around, and one big long needle preps itself as the main syringe.
Oh God.
You are being attacked, sir. And it looks like it's attempting to inject you with something. All right, you all see this giant ass needle get like shoved into you. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution save. Oh no. Oh, this is going real bad.
Tell me about it. What'd you get?
That looks like a 6.
Oh, that was not a success, sir.
Whatever gave you that idea?
I missed the AC by 1. Just 1.
Alrighty.
Oh Jesus.
You are going to take 29 necrotic damage as you just feel whatever this thing injected you with.
Okay.
Sap your...
Does necrotic damage qualify as an element?
No. If you're attempting to use the elemental resistance spell,
Yes.
that does specify which elements it works on, and necrotic is not one of them.
Okay. Then 29 damage it is. Holy shit.
All right. I will now need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Please don't let me die after I just got this. Lightsaber. Okay. You said wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes, please.
That's a 17.
Okay, for a moment, you start to feel fear creep up the back of your neck, but you fight it down. You're a trained scavenger. You're not going to let fear take over. You're going to keep acting rationally for you.
Thank God.
All right. That was this creature's full turn.
I need you to look at your stream real quick, Aiden.
Look at the stream real quick. Um, 4K.
Or we're looking at the
Looking at
mug,
this-
the cup, the golden cup, the
Yes.
the skull cup. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Wait, I don't see it.
We were curious.
Huh? What? You didn't see it?
I don't see it. I'm looking at the stream now. I don't see it.
Oh wow. Wow. It was probably a bad idea to put meat in this. That could be
I
excessive.
disagree. Mead was made for that. That is phenomenal.
That's
Yes.
really cool.
Good man.
Though I will
Now I see it.
I will say I hate you because it's ungodly, like, obnoxious. It is. It is. Please continue. I believe that's yes.
All right, that is the creature's turn. Lucian,
Oh god.
you're up. Oh, and then after Lucian, James and Dames are going to take their turn because they actually held their turn for this moment.
Whew.
For this moment. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna cast spiritual healing. Sorry, spiritual weapon,
Okay.
not spiritual healing. That's awkward. Bloop.
All right, a 20 is going to hit, and you deal 13 force damage to this creature as your ram's head just starts smacking into the like exposed wires on the back of the creature.
Nice.
Is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Lucian? Keep in mind, spiritual weapon is a bonus action to cast, so you still have an action to do something if you like.
Yes. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead, which is a
Fantastic.
DC 15.
Let me roll a wisdom save for you.
Nice.
Ooh, I do not succeed. I'm damaged already. So looks like I'll take the 7 there. Well done.
Okay.
Someone's got to do damage. Someone's got to do damage.
All right, Lucian, is that your full turn? Probably not the worst choice you ever made.
That's my turn.
All right, James and Dames are going to rush in by your side and
Nice.
start swinging.
Also, technically, aren't they flanked because of spiritual weapon? He isn't.
Is
It?
Spiritual weapon does not count as a creature.
Damn it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I tried.
That is okay. James and Dames use reckless
like
attack
large
to be able to
creatures?
have advantage anyway. All right.
Ooh.
James crit and Dames hit. They deal a total of 9 and then 15 damage for 24 total.
That's so shitty.
The crit did less than the normal hit.
I know.
But hey, sometimes. All right, that is their turn as they just start hacking into it with their axes. Bird,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. So it's like a machine thing,
Correct.
Yes, it is a construct of metal and magic.
and we are trying to hurt it, right?
It's hurting us, so yes.
Okay. Ooh. Is it more than 500 pounds?
Huh.
Probably.
Yes.
Yes, it's more
it is
than
more
500
than 500 pounds. Okay. Let's see.
What do you mean? African or European construct?
Jeez.
Okay. So comprehend languages will not make it so that I can speak.
Did you hear that?
I
No.
can stand.
Okay.
Right?
You can understand.
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do sorry, it's been so
I know,
long
it's
since I've looked
tricky.
at my spells. I'm like, wait, what does this do?
Which one is this
I
again?
totally get
Yeah. I've been thinking about it like every week. I'm like, oh, I could get on and like
Review.
make some advancements to my character or whatever. But I was like, yeah, but I could die, and then my effort would be wasted.
Okay, I'm gonna use create bonfire.
But did you die?
I almost did. I was one good
Create
dude.
bonfire.
All right, and where are you creating it?
On the big guy.
Okay.
Right there. On his head.
Wow.
All right. He rolls a natural 1
Yeah!
in an attempt as far as dodging this bonfire goes. He doesn't even try. And as the flame licks up the side of its metal legs, you realize that he is entirely unaffected by this fire.
Oh no! But okay, I don't have any water.
You can wait.
Well, because electronics are hurt by water. I mean, I guess they're hurt by fire too, most of the
So
time.
you're using conventional logic, but your character might not know that.
I guess so.
Mhm.
Wait, well, my character works in a
You
kitchen.
better.
Your character works in a medieval kitchen. Keep in mind, this technology is not understood. It's considered magic.
It's considered magical.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as you know, splashing water on magic wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
As far as Bird might know. I mean,
Okay.
but I mean, you could experiment, sure. Speaking of
Well, I've got
forgetting
a lot of
spells.
Spells to experiment with, so.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Bird?
Yes.
We're back to the top of the round. All right, at the top of the round, you guys see a surge of electricity come from the ceiling down into the wires connected to this creature as its eyes glow and start to fizzle with energy. A wave of power erupts from this creature. Everybody within 5 feet of it, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay.
So it's connected to the ceiling by wires?
Yeah. It's connected to by a giant tower of wires extending out of it. Yes.
Okay.
Does a 16 succeed?
A 16 does not succeed.
Okay, hold on. There's a chance here because I've still got lucky footwork, which is when you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can use your reaction to roll a d4 and add it to the save.
Oh,
Send
go
it.
for it.
Send it.
No!
Oh.
God,
A
bitch!
17 does succeed.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
You
man.
lucky son of a gun.
Lucky footwork. Oh man, that's my
You
reaction.
just
but
barely
still.
failed. Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So you and James, I'm going to say, succeed the save, but Dames does not.
No.
Damn it.
And I'm actually trying to remember which of these tokens was which NPC. Decisions. I guess I will make the top one James and the bottom one Dames.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't put any names in. That's too bad. Okay. Cool. All right. Dames takes 20 damage and is blasted back 10 feet. He's only able to move 5, though. Well, actually, there's kind of a wall there. He gets blasted into the wall with enough force extra.
Oh no.
6 damage.
Wow, that's bad.
As you see a trickle of blood kind of left on the wall from where his head hit. All right, there's no damage to Oro or James. Moving right along, it's going to be James' turn. That's my brother, you son of a gun. He swings the axe and misses. And I will just use this for ease. All right, James is going to hit for 9 more damage. Ignore that. Okay. With that, I believe we are back to Oro.
Okay.
Take it away.
So, quick question. This, considering the amount of squares this guy takes up, would he be considered large or gargantuan? Or what's bigger than
He is
bigger than large?
huge.
Huge.
I appreciate the
He's
follow.
Okay. So, can a huge creature still be flanked? Or is there, because I know that there's stipulations about really big creatures not being able to be flanked.
If they are huge or larger, they cannot be flanked.
Okay, well that affects my decision here. The wires coming down from the tower here, can we see where they're running to? Like, can we see, like, where are they just going up into the ceiling? Because you said there was a tower of wires. All right, is this like
There is.
Is it the thing in the back
Would you
left?
like to make a perception check for me real quick? It won't cost your action to do.
Okay. Perception. Holy.
Okay, you were able to see that those wires arc up into the ceiling, probably connect to some kind of power source up there, but also feed back to the computer over here.
Oh.
A good enough Arcana check on this computer over here would power down the creature without you having to kill it.
Holy crap. Okay.
Okay.
I'm starting to see a bigger picture here. So, how, from my perception of the creature, how tall is the creature? Or can it
The
get
creature's about 15 feet tall.
15 feet tall? Okay.
Given, like, with all the wires and everything. I mean, the wires keep going and connect to the ceiling.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
mechanically speaking, he's 15 feet tall.
I really, really wish I hadn't gotten hit because at 4 HP, my balls are feeling really small right now.
What?
But I have a really good idea. But if I get looked at, but I mean, if I get looked at 40 HP, there's still a chance I could die, considering how much damage that needle did. Like,
Dude, that needle penetrated you. How do you feel?
so bad.
I remember.
So bad.
Be
It
honest.
was like,
It's for
one of
posterity.
those, God, don't say posterity, posterior, rectal thermal. No. Okay, so, anyways, here's the problem. 15 feet tall. If I had more HP, I would rabbit hop. But here's the thing. Rabbit hop is 20 feet in a desert environment. I could clear the creature, but I still have to deal with fall damage on the other side because rabbit hop wouldn't... I mean, I can get 15 feet in the air, but then I got to come 15 feet back down, and that's still 10 feet that I can't cover in a 20-foot arc, right? Math. So that's 10 feet worth of fall damage.
You want to fly?
Jesus. The way she says that's so terrifying.
And then, I don't know. I think that it's also a stretch to make an attack in the middle of a rabbit hop arc on wires.
Mechanically speaking, you are absolutely allowed to make an attack in the middle of a jump.
Wow. Okay.
That is entirely supported by the mechanics.
Okay. Well, rabbit hop doesn't qualify as movement, technically. It wouldn't count towards my movement total. So I could still, if I could make the leap over the creature, then land successfully on the other side while making an attack in between, I would still have enough movement to get over somewhere. But I can only use, but rabbit hop counts as a
Hello?
Jared, did you mute yourself by chance?
The blue bar is still there. It just looks frozen.
Funky.
Did he
Hold
die?
on.
He's just mid-word, just out. Oh, on a side note, I posted my stream link into my Facebook page, and most of my friends are people I work with. So this is fun. Let me see. Can we can you reconnect it, Maiden?
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
Okay,
Hey!
can you hear me now? Okay,
Yeah,
Jesus.
loud and
What was
clear.
the last thing you heard? Because I was going on in a freaking tirade.
You just, like, it was at the start of your tirade.
so what we had heard up to is the plan being you jumping into the air, hitting the thing mid-jump, and then being able to use your movement after you land because your jump wouldn't have taken any of your movement.
Right. Well, the thing is that rabbit hop counts as a bonus action. So if I start my turn with my movement, my action, my bonus action, theoretically, I could make a rabbit hop jump and then make an attack in the middle of that jump and then move the remainder of the 30 feet. But I would be
Correct.
completely exposed without anyone there to cover me unless the robot felt, if the robot felt inclined to look at me instead of the two dwarves, I'm fucked. Like, I'm actually fucked.
I
And
mean,
you guys don't have a good way of getting to me.
is
And if
healers. I has heals. And I have
do you have
healing
range?
word.
Okay. My balls just got a little bigger.
Glad I
Okay.
could massage those for you.
Yeah, thank you. So I wanted to
Just
air
throw
all of this
15,000.
out there because this is an incredibly risky strategy. But at this point, we're all pretty likely to die if we don't either run the hell away or figure out some way to get this creature down. And I just realized a way to do it.
All right.
So,
Oh, Oro, did you see my message I sent you?
did you send it to me over
I whispered you.
Roll20? I didn't get it then.
Oh, do you not? See
I got the message from Aiden saying we can't hear you.
Oh, are you set to Oro at the bottom?
Oh no, I'm set to Jared because I had to refresh.
Okay, yeah. Cycle that one for me.
Okay, now I'm Oro.
Did it work?
I didn't get any message.
What? Huh. Okay.
All right. Let's keep this moving along.
Okay, keeping it moving.
Jared,
So
if you're going for it, go ahead and move your token and make an attack for it.
we're gonna go for it. So I am going to use my bonus action rabbit hop to make a 20-foot leap. Oh, now I can see you typing, Tara. All right. Oh, okay. I'm going to use my rabbit hop bonus action to make a 20-foot leap over the creature. When I am at the highest point of my arc over the creature near the wires. Oh, that's another thing I should ask. If I jump over the creature, do I risk getting entangled in the wires?
You don't risk getting entangled in the wires. The wires are like all bundled together.
Okay,
It's
got
like a
As they
pillar
go
of wire.
it. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Would making an attack in the vicinity of the wires count as a called shot on a creature that's huge? Or would it be like
5e does not have the called shot mechanic.
okay, gotcha.
It should.
So I'll just
But you
attack
can.
in the vicinity of the wires, attack at the wires, whatever. And I'm not gonna try to use to do a 2 attack thing. Oh wait, I can't. I don't have extra attack yet, and a dual wield attack is a bonus action, and I'm using it right now to jump. Okay, so here we go. In the air, making my attack roll. Oh wait, hold on. Since I refreshed, I need to bring up my character sheet again.
Nice. Doing great things.
This could be the most amazing. This could be the most amazing thing if it works. All right. Lightsaber comes out. Hijah! That nothing showed up in chat. That's not good.
This bodes well.
Why didn't it? Okay, here we go. Let's try this.
Oh. Just took a second to get there. All right, an 18 on the pillar of wires does hit. Oro, your blade of light slashes straight through as the radiantness like seeps through the wires. You all see this like yellow energy from his lightsaber just arc straight down into the creature. The robot starts sparking and moving in odd, disjointed ways as this surge of energy begins to damage some of its inner like wiring and pieces. You did not deal damage directly to the creature. However, you did give it disadvantage until the end of its next turn on all saving throws and attacks.
Let's freaking go! And I'm only halfway done with the plan. Okay, so can I land safely with the robot now moving erratically as a result of my attack?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I land safely on the other side of the robot, and I use my remaining movement. Okay, which should be all 6 squares. You said it's the computer down here that I'm going for, right? Or that would be the
That is
one.
correct.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. This is only 5 squares. I need to move my screen a little bit so that I can get down to the bottom one here. I think I'm gonna go with this one. That's the final movement that I have.
You did provoke an opportunity attack to do so.
Oh, right. Shit. I forgot about opportunity attacks.
Ooh, ouchie.
You did give him disadvantage though, and that
Okay.
is a nat 1 as he attempts to stab you with the same needle he hit you with before and manages to bend that needle against the floor as you leap away. I am saying that attack cannot be used again for the rest of this encounter.
Wascally wabbit.
You wascally little rabbit.
Okay, that right there is my action, bonus action, and movement. I would say that's well and truly my turn right there.
Good turn. That was very well done.
Spectacle of a turn for you guys.
Nice job.
Thanks.
All right. With that, it is Ezrek's turn, and he's gonna kind of like scoot in a little closer and be like, "Are we winning?"
Oh God.
It is now the creature's turn. It is jolting with energy. Its core like processors have been damaged. Its like favorite like poison stinger has just been like negated completely. He's having a bad time. It starts saying something in that like language none of you understand as a like couple of the cylinders within its arm like rotate and 2 little like holes appear in each of its palms as it presses them towards both James and Dames, and
no.
just a column of smoke and light erupt from it. It is using a cone attack, and it is a blast 3, and that is just enough to not hit you, Bird. But James and
Wait,
Dames will
not
both be
hit
hit.
you.
No, I know. I
So yeah,
heard
it.
actually.
Oh.
I was like,
Okay,
but
cool.
I thought that I was far enough away. I'm gonna have to back up.
But it didn't.
You are just barely getting missed by this.
Yeah, I want like an extra square of comfort though, because I'm squishy.
All right, James and Dames both fail this save.
Yay.
One second, I gotta pull up the dice roller.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Oh. I gotta tell you, I'm so glad I wasn't standing there.
That probably would have killed you if you had also failed that save.
That is
All right.
probably factual.
Dames,
have this?
down here at the bottom, who was previously injured, he gets hit by this blast of whatever this like smoke is. He gets a full breath in of it, and you see him begin to cough and splutter as the veins in his body turn black.
Oh no.
His skin turns white, and he disintegrates into a pile of dust.
Oh, I can't fix that.
No, you cannot.
Dustpan. Where's the dustpan? Mr. Stark.
Doc can't do that.
James is barely clinging to life, but he
Holy
was able
shit.
to resist the effects enough to not die instantaneously.
Wow.
However, you do see that he now has a stone arm,
Oh.
solid stone.
So now isn't a good time to praise the goat.
Nope, probably not.
Yeah, I don't have a way to fix that. Fuck.
Lucian, it's your turn, my man.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, there's that.
The spiritual weapon is not able to like find a weaker piece in the backing at this point. It just bounces off harmlessly.
Ouchie. Okay, I'm gonna cast shit. 5, 10. There we go. Not that one. There it is. Bloop. I'm gonna cast healing cure wounds on the dwarf.
All right, you bring a little color back to his cheeks. Ugh. Thank you. His arm is still solid stone.
Yeah, I know. I can't
that
fix that.
will not be able to be healed with magic.
I mean, it could be.
Not with magic like this. If we're talking greater restoration, you might have a shot.
Can we? But like, okay, for a moment, he has an arm made of stone. Like, where? How is he able to move that at all?
Did you hear her?
I did hear her question. He's not able to move it. No. Just like if you had a stone like appendage on you, you could like move your body and make it like punch something type of thing, but it wouldn't really like do a lot.
Yeah, well, okay.
He's got a big paperweight for an arm.
Now that being said,
Like,
was it his dominant hand or undominant hand is a question that does need to be addressed. So low is dominant.
Okay, it was high.
Undominant. Good for him.
do we want
So he can still wield his axe. Go ahead, Bird. What are we saying?
do we want to keep his arm the way it is? Because, like, we could chisel it down into, like, points and stuff and make it really pokey.
You don't have much of a choice. None of you have a way to undo what's been done.
Okay.
Until we get to town,
Okay.
we may find something.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right, Lucian, is that your full turn? Providing the heals.
Yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Bird, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay. So big robot dude already has disadvantage, right?
Not anymore.
Oh.
That's
the
disadvantage
end of his-
until the end of his turn, and his turn is ended. However, if anybody deals damage to the like pillar of wires, as you saw Oro do, that will give him disadvantage on everything next turn for
So
like
he's
until the
not
next end.
so the wires are still connected to him. Are any of them severed?
No. Oro used essentially like a blade of energy, and the energy went into the wires and like essentially like surged and destroyed some of the inner workings.
Can you not hear him?
No, I can hear. I'm just coming over here so that I don't have to shout and brainstorm. Oh, sorry.
At the same time. Yeah, no worries.
So I have two ideas. I could use
Throw
grease.
that.
I could use grease and give him perpetual disadvantage. Or does anybody with like a really strong weapon that could cut those wires, does anybody want to fly?
Oh. Well, that would be. I mean, Oro is currently busy.
I mean, I also have to be able to touch the person.
Okay, so that would be Terran or Stonearm or Ezric.
Okay. Do any of you want to? Probably not Ezric, right? He's
Probably not Ezric.
okay. Yeah.
Barring some Felix Felicis injection, we're not. Yeah, we're definitely not getting Ezric anywhere near this thing.
Okay. So, Goat Man, you want to fly?
No.
Does he have any cutting weapons that he could use?
Not particularly.
Okay, but
Just so that we're clear, any attack that can successfully hit the pillar will give it disadvantage. It doesn't have to be a physical weapon.
So I mean, I've already used my turn, so it wouldn't really.
It wouldn't help anyways, because you're the last one.
It would go through an entire round before I would be able to do anything.
okay. I mean, but like
And-
if we completely sever the cords and get it unattached, there would theoretically be nothing powering him unless he's got like batteries stored up somewhere.
Who knows? We don't know.
So like it's worth trying.
What you'd like to do is entirely up to you. But it doesn't sound like anybody is really
No one wants to
going
fly.
for the idea of flight.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, we don't have Dames anymore. James is probably too weak to make the attack. I mean, like, theoretically, maybe if you made him fly. But...
Okay.
James can make an attack with disadvantage, and he can use reckless attack to negate that. So he's going to be using like a flat roll. If you give him flight, he'll attack the pillar to buy Oro time. If you don't, he'll attack the main body to try and take it down. That's where he's going to be at.
Okay. Well, let me check and see what I have. If I have anything that will do what I'm trying to do. Ooh! Wait, what is this?
Oh, that's a fun idea.
I have no weapons. Okay. I've got a dagger.
I noticed that you have ice knife.
I do have a knife.
Just because to throw out something that could help, because it explodes and hits everything within 5 feet of where it explodes, you could deal damage to both him and the pillar of wires.
Okay.
If that's something you want to go for.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to click the other button.
No worries.
I think maybe. Well, what if I use grease first, and then on my next turn I use ice knife?
If you want to use grease, that totally works. Absolutely.
Okay.
Pick a square to center grease on.
The let's say this one.
Okay, just centered right on him. Absolutely.
Yeah, but can I also move a little bit further away?
You absolutely can.
Left.
You can move up to your speed.
How far can I move?
Up to your speed.
Oh, right.
So should be 6 squares for you.
6 squares? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What the hell is that floating around at the top of my screen?
Ignore that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna
Taryn
move,
being Taryn.
Pay no attention to the ram behind the curtain.
I'm gonna move like right there. I think I can still reach. Oh yeah, that's still definitely within my range. Yeah. So I'm gonna move there and then use grease.
14 damage and knocking him back 10 feet. All right. As he is just moved from this creature's range, it is going to take an opportunity attack.
Oh
upon him.
God.
And it is going to miss.
Jesus Christ.
Unfortunate. All right. James will use half his movement to stand up and then run directly back into the fray, fearing not for his own life. He will swing his sword. He's using a two-handed weapon with one hand, invoking disadvantage and lesser damage. But he is going to try anyway.
Does he not have reckless attack?
He's using reckless attack to negate the disadvantage, so we're just taking the leftmost number.
Gotcha.
That is going to be 14 to hit, which does not hit.
Oh,
no. The stone arm throwing off his balance completely. He slams the great axe into the side of this thing with as much force as he can muster, but it's just not enough to get through the metal shell. Oro, things are starting to look a little dire. It's your turn once more.
Whew. Okay, here we go. So you said we need a successful Arcana check on this computer here.
Correct.
I am going to use, well, the first 5 feet of my movement to get closer to the computer, for one thing. There we go.
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to, so making an Arcana check would be an action, right? Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so, here we go then. Here comes an Arcana check.
Fingers crossed for you.
That didn't work.
That is not high enough to disable this machine.
I'm trying to shut it down, but I can't figure this damn machine out.
Oro, is that your full turn?
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I already have him marked as Slayer's Prey, but there's not much. I mean, and anything else would require an action, so I'm gonna end it there. That's the best I can do. Is just hope we can hold out for another turn until I can figure out this computer.
Ezric steels himself, draws a dagger from his belt, and with a cry, charges into the front lines.
Why?
Ezra, you idiot!
Yes.
You do see like a couple tears are like falling down his cheeks as he just watched Dames die and turn to dust.
Mr. Stark.
Ezra, you stupid!
That's a real.
He's not really aiming. It doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. He just like runs up to the creature and just starts like spamming the dagger against the metal shelling.
Right,
it's doing nothing.
Oh, of course. Yay.
It is now the machine's turn once more. The disintegrating ray does not recharge. That's too bad. That would have been.
You said that's too bad.
That's too bad. It's like a hyper beam attack. He's got to recharge the turn after.
The hand with the bent needle retracts that needle in, and then there's a cylinder's circle on its arm before a second needle comes out. This one will be targeting Ezric.
No!
Oh,
I mean...
That will hit.
Yeah.
Ezric will make a save.
He won't.
Ezric fails to save. Ezric takes 4 damage.
What the hell?
And is now paralyzed.
Shit.
See bits of electricity like sparking off of him. Just
It's a little more like when you're injected with something that like forces every muscle in your body to like lock up.
Ezric's paralyzed.
Um,
He can't move.
yeah. Just a fun fact. If he gets hit while paralyzed, it's an automatic crit.
Oh God, that's an awesome mechanic. I love that.
That is just the rules for paralyzed.
Okay.
It's not
If we
something I did.
survive this, we're taking some of these syringes.
All
right.
Can I take the disintegration ray and just mount it, and that's my ranged weapon from now on?
You know,
Just-
you're welcome to try if you survive this.
Very well.
Lucian, you're up.
Oh God. What is James at health wise?
4.
Hey, me too. Twinsies.
Damn. Okay.
So Thames just.
All right.
dead.
So I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on him again. He'll heal for 11,
No
and
saving
then
throw,
Spiritual
nothing.
Weapon will attack.
Okay.
Go
But-
for it. 11 once again does not hit. You are just not finding the right spot to really deal some damage here. Is that your full turn?
Yes.
Fantastic. Bird, you're up.
Okay.
While Bird is deliberating, I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I have a thing that I just read. It's a meta magic thing, and it's a quicken spell. So when you cast the spell that has, actually, let me just put it in the chat so that you can read it.
Absolutely. What's your question about it?
So I'm thinking, I mean, I don't even know if this would like help at all, but like if I do Ice Knife as one of my spells, and then I actually, now that I think about it, it probably wouldn't work. So I think I'll just do Ice Knife.
Okay. I apologize. I actually need to make this guy make a dexterity saving throw against your grease spell. I totally didn't do that at the end of his turn. Let me do that real quick. Oh, he fails.
Yeah!
Just so you know, he is now prone.
Wait, what?
He's prone.
He is now prone.
Okay.
What
What?
does that mean for the
So
wild?
so he slipped on the grease and is now lying flat on his back.
Yeah!
Good job.
Holy crap. Okay, so what does that mean for the wires? Where are the wires? located?
Nothing. The wires are connected to him, but that doesn't. Him being prone does not change anything with the wires.
Okay, well, does it now? Are the wires now? Can they be attacked from the ground level since he's prone?
I would allow that while he's prone. Yeah.
Okay.
That being said, you launch an ice knife.
Nice.
And that hits. Will you go ahead and click the words "ice knife" on the chat? Thank you. I'm gonna need to reread the ice knife spell description to know what to do here. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, Dex save
Alright.
versus cold damage, essentially.
Makes sense. He does succeed the dex save.
Does it matter that
So
he's
no
prone?
cold damage. Prone does not grant disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay.
He
Interesting.
takes the 6 damage regardless, as the knife sticks into him, cutting some of the wires in his chest piece.
Yeah.
Very well done. That being said, the save against cold also hits the wire tower he's connected to as it bursts out. The wires will make a dex save, and the wires have disadvantage on dex saves. They do not succeed. The wires take damage, and as some of the wires begin to like freeze over and crack, you see the power in some of his joints begin to dim as he has trouble moving. He is going to have disadvantage on any attack or saving throw he makes until the end of his next turn.
Let's freaking go.
Yes.
Well done, Bird. That was actually a very successful turn in a lot of ways.
That grease setup. I was skeptical at first.
Yeah.
But it paid dividends. Holy shit.
I mean,
It
have
did.
you seen what grease on the floor in a kitchen does?
I mean, in
Pure
cartoons.
chaos.
Sheer chaos. I love it.
All right. We are at the top of the round, which means a burst of energy goes through the wires into him and then blasts out. I'm going to have to make dex saves for both James and Ezric. Here's James. James will succeed. Here's Ezric. Ezric.
no!
Actually, I shouldn't have even rolled. He's paralyzed. He automatically fails dexterity saving throws.
Thank you, honey. Hi, Aki.
Where is the bowl, by the way?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
All right. The blast knocks him unconscious, and as it blasts him back 10 feet, he grants an opportunity attack. Now,
Wait,
because he's paralyzed, the machine has advantage. Because the machine is prone, it has disadvantage, reducing this to a purely flat roll. That is a hit, and thus an automatic crit. Ezric gets knocked unconscious, and while in midair being blasted back, the robot's arm shoots forward, grabbing him by the head and squeezing as you see his head
Pop.
splatter.
No!
And brain and skull scatter the floor as his limp body hits the ground.
That's right.
I don't think I can heal that.
I don't think I can heal that either.
Here, take this shot of morphine.
Change your socks.
Here's some Motrin.
God!
James angrily readies his great axe and launches it at the ground. This will be a flat roll because of both disadvantage and advantage. And that does successfully hit.
Oh my god, yes!
For 4 damage.
For 4, every damage is good damage, sir. Every bit counts. All right. As he raises the axe and hefts it onto his shoulder, breathing heavily, weeping openly at the loss of Ezric, his friend. Oro, you have a chance to end this.
Arcana check. Coming in hot.
What do we got?
Come on! Come on! 19!
A 19 successfully beats the DC. You are just hitting buttons frantically. You know
Right
it.
targeting parameters!
And then suddenly, you all see this machine's eyes fizzle out and then go green. All of the weapons that it had like summoned to its hands shoot back inside, and it stands there, limp, saying and doing nothing. It seems to have been deactivated completely.
So Oro's been focusing completely on the computer, and he's now going to turn around and see a pile of dust and a guy with a splattered head.
The unrecognizable body.
All right, team. First and foremost, I would like to say congratulations. That was considered to be a very deadly encounter for the level with which you are.
For two of us.
Casualties to win were a minimum. Let's just say that. There was no way somebody wasn't going to die unless you guys got very lucky and figured things out insanely fast. So don't feel bad.
To be fair, I mean,
Yeah. All right. Everybody gets 2,000 experience.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
2,000? It does not.
Okay.
4870
What
is
is
not
the
a level.
What is the threshold for a level? 5,400?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds right. All right. Everybody go ahead and take a break, take a breather, run to the restroom if you want it. We're going to take a quick 5 before we continue with the aftermath.
Alrighty then. Jesus Christ. All right, you heard him, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. I actually don't know if the microphone works in intermission. Oh, wrong one. Be right back. There we go. Welcome back to the Third Eye campaign.
All right, as we circle back, I'm going to say all of you have kind of made your way into the room. James is weeping on his
holding
knees,
dust. Or the
holding dust in one hand while, like,
cradling the headless
glancing
corpse.
occasionally at Ezric's headless body. He seems to be mumbling things like, "It wasn't worth it. Dear God, what have we done? This room was not meant to be disturbed. It wasn't worth it." What do you do?
God.
Do you think we could get a long rest out of here?
Well, if we do, we'll be in nighttime territory because weren't we already a few hours away of needing to get out anyway?
Yeah, we had enough time after
That
this
is
encounter to loot and go back.
That is also correct.
Okay, well then,
What were you gonna say, Sarah?
Couldn't we just camp out in this room for the night?
Okay, well, here's what I think about that. I managed to get the door open. I don't know if I could also close the door through the same means. It's dangerous to be in the ruins after nightfall. Even Lament won't do it.
well,
And the fact that we barely survived that is a pretty strong indication that even if we had Lament here with us, I wouldn't want to camp out in the ruins at night.
I mean, this is a secure room that hasn't been disturbed in a long time.
That's true. That's true.
If we are able to close the door, if we are able to reseal it like it was sealed, it would probably be safe.
Well, I guess we'll give it a try then, because I don't think I don't know. We have.
But we also can't see the sun. So how would we know if it's day or night?
We're in the desert. My circadian rhythms are attuned. I know what time of day it is.
So we're just gonna rely on the rabbit's circadian rhythms. Okay.
Yes. I don't see a problem with this.
There's just like a clock on one of the like give it. There's just a clock somewhere, but we don't know how to read it.
Okay, well then I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
So everyone will heal for 18.
Whoa.
Nice. I'm gonna make sure once everybody is back inside, I'm gonna go ahead and use the key card again on the door to try to close it.
All right, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana I 8.
You did successfully beat the DC for this since you used it correctly once before. You swipe the card, the little light goes green, and the door slowly shut.
Okay.
As you are now all enclosed in this room. Oro, as your back is turned, the rest of you see the machine begin to move.
No!
Oro, will you make me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage?
Yes. Yes, I will. 13.
You just don't see this thing coming as you feel a needle enter your back.
Okay.
And the pain subsides and you feel warm and great inside.
You know, I really felt like that was actually what was going to happen. I was like, you know, this is a medical bot. He's probably healing me.
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah.
No matter what happens, I'm not going to be in pain anymore because I'm fucking dead if he's attacking me. Oh, God.
Go ahead and re-heal to full HP and get 15 temp HP.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you, pet robot.
After healing you, the robot gets up and walks back to its original station.
Okay.
This is fuck you to everyone else.
He identified the card user. Edna, Moth, and guest.
Whatever like nanobots or technology it just used to heal you, Oro, it does seem to be a very advanced form of healing. Like this thing is very good at its job.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Now that you're all stuck in this room, let's go ahead and go a little more in depth. There's a huge ass table with a skeleton upon it. The skeleton has been a little looted. Um, on its body, it had the key card, the sword hilt, as well as a single black puck. This puck has yet to be investigated.
I forgot about the puck.
Other than that, as scavengers, you guys would know that like a lot of the machinery and pieces of things in this room would be worth a fortune.
Okay.
But getting it out of here would be ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially with 2 pack meals down.
Jesus. That's one way to take that.
What would you guys like to do now?
Do you like my pile of dust?
I do.
just
Yeah,
thought.
nice.
And there's even a handful taken out.
I know. I feel terrible. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll search around the room for things of value, or not even value, but things of interest.
All right, go ahead and roll me investigation.
Would I have, real quick before Taryn does that, would I
Investigation,
recognize...
Sorry.
Okay, well, it's whatever. Would I recognize the symbol on the thing up in the top right, the radiation symbol from any of my previous outings, or is this a new symbol to me?
That would be probably a new symbol to you.
Okay.
All right, with a 2, you look around. There's a lot of valuable stuff in here, but it's essentially like the equipment as a whole that's the most valuable, which would be very hard to get out of here, as previously mentioned. There's nothing you see that would just be like a quick, easy, put it in your pocket to make a ton of money type things.
Okay, yeah, I was more of just looking for things of interest in the room. Not so much profit, but cool, copy.
Probably the most interesting thing at this point is the body and what the body had on it.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll go and investigate the puck.
All right. The puck will require an Arcana check to work.
I have a +2 on mine.
All right. Lucian has already rolled. So with a 13, Lucian, you find a small like button on the bottom of this puck, and you press it,
It's a trip.
and a small blue person appears at the top of the puck, summoned into existence. This blue person begins to talk to you
Cortana?
in a language you do not understand.
Outstanding.
Bird.
Sorry, I'm soaking beans. What?
We need you!
Okay, I'll be there in just a second. I need to. I'm sorry. I should have done this during the break, but I was also doing other stuff during the break.
That's okay. You're good.
I'll
It's
be there
okay.
in just a moment.
It's okay. This thing's not going anywhere. We're just gonna... So while Taryn's messing around with the puck, can I investigate the structure in the top left and identify what it is? It looks like a big cylindrical structure.
It is. It's like a cylindrical tank filled with water of some kind. There looks to be a way to open up the top to climb in, and there are little breathing masks along the side that one could adorn before climbing into this large bath. As far as what this bath would do for you, you have no idea.
Okay.
I vote we put in Ezric in there.
Here's the thing. I love that idea, but doesn't he need to put a breathing mask on, and how's he going to do that?
Didn't say we had to put a breathing mask on him. I just said I vote we put him in there to see what happens. It's an unknown machine, like
You want to desecrate his body.
Okay.
I want to
next.
use it to see what happens. We're already here. The most we could do for him is to bury him here. To take him out of here would be unreasonably dangerous for us.
I owe you a life debt, one I intend to repay. If you think that that is the best decision, then I won't say any more against it.
In the off chance that he is somehow recovered from this, it may also work for dames.
Well,
Looking at a pile of dust in the corner.
All right, you guys take the headless body and shove it into the tank.
Or we're going to bring him back to life just to drown him. Or his body reanimates, but his head does not.
Okay, so you found.
Anyways, the puck. Sarah's back, so we can do a comprehend language check.
Can she cast comprehend languages on other people, or is it just herself?
No, I can do comprehend languages if I like touch something.
Well, no. I mean, can you cast comprehend
sorry,
languages
no.
on another person?
Comprehend language targets the self, so
Okay.
only she will be able to understand what's happening.
Okay.
But I can translate.
Yeah. No, I was just curious as to how the spell worked because I've never used it before.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Well-
Bird, so to describe what is happening to you, Taryn pressed a button on a small black metal puck, and a blue person appeared out of the puck. This small person is about 4 inches, maybe 5 inches tall, and is speaking in a language that none of you understand.
Okay. So comprehend languages.
You cast the spell. This person seems to be saying on repeat, 99.999% file corruption. Do you wish to play the remaining files? Press button one more time to play the remaining files. 99.999% files corrupted. Do you wish to play the remaining files? Press the button again to play the remaining files.
I'm gonna relay that information to everybody, and I'm gonna look to Oro and be like, "You're the techie guy.
I pushed the button.
What do we do here?"
Well,
All right.
I'm familiar with the term corruption.
At this point, Lucian has pressed the button.
Okay.
This blue person that you were speaking to disappears and is replaced by a new person. It seems to be a woman from like the shoulders up. It seems to be some kind of pre-recorded message, you'd guess. All right, Captain's log. This is Captain Ornelis. We are beginning our maiden voyage of the Legalia 6 Arc-class transportation vehicle. I am optimistic, and this is my first tour. Let's hope it goes well.
What?
Files corrupted. Skipping to next available file. We have been sailing across the stars for about 2 years now. This is our 2 year anniversary. Woo! I would not have been able to make it without just the star's greatest first mate, Ramus. He is so efficient, and it is so helpful to have a mage of his caliber aboard the ship. A top class graduate of the Academy of Mages is just a dream come true for a first voyage like mine. We should be arriving at our destination, a new planet to repopulate, in only 10 years now. So, fingers crossed that the rest of them go well. Files corrupted. Skipping ahead. Crash landing. Mayday. Mayday. This is Captain Ornelas from the Legalia 6 Art Class Transportation Vehicle. We were hit by debris in space and have begun crash landing upon some kind of desert moon. At this point, it like the connection like fizzles out. And you see what looks like the lady who is talking into the puck get like thrown across the room.
Jesus.
Files corrupted. Next remaining file. You see the woman. She survived the hit, but she looks noticeably older on this next take.
Wow.
This is Captain Ornelas. We have been stranded for 2 years. There's been no rescue response as of yet. Our SOS has not yet been picked up, as far as we can tell. Survival has taken precedence. Luckily, some food and water can be generated by the ship's power reserves, but as the reserves fade, we have been forced to awaken some of the animals and people that were in containment and isolation. We have been able to confirm that this planet does not contain any signs of life. It is entirely unhospitable, nothing but sand. Forever. We have tried to make our home here, and it has been a harsh life. As long as we have power in the ships, or what remains of the ships, we will be able to survive here. But I fear that soon survival will not be an option much longer. It is only thanks to Ramus that we are able to survive this long. That being said, I started today's transmission to record what has happened to us. And if anybody finds this, hopefully there's some of us left. The next transmission. Hello again. I guess making journals like this has just become a pastime at this point. It's not like we will be saved. We had to wake all of the some 3,000 surviving passengers from their cryo sleep, as keeping them asleep was sucking up too much energy from the ship. All of the animals were also awoken. Some of them escaped, and I assume died out in the desert. Others we had to use for food. We're trying to keep their population alive as much as possible, but many of them were never meant to survive in the desert. I imagine that with our current resources, we will not survive more than the next couple years. And the next message begins. This is Captain Ornelas, survivor of the Legalia 6 crash. There is something wrong, deeply wrong, going on. Passengers and animals alike have begun to undergo drastic changes. People without any magical capacity have developed spells. Our hunters and fighters have gotten stronger faster than what should be remotely possible. She lifts up like part of her hair, and you see that this normal human has now developed like tipped, pointed ears. Um, Even I have changed over time. Ramus theorizes that some crystalline property within the sand is encouraging rapid mutation among us all, increasing our odds of survival. Ramus himself has developed magic at this point equal to that of of the Alliance's greatest archmages. It is impressive and a little terrifying. With this change, Ramus has stopped following many of my orders and begun ordering others about as if they are less than him. I fear for our safety, mine especially, as I am the only person who he sees as a threat to his command. I plan to confront him about this. I will record what happens next. Files corrupted. Skipping to next available file. Alright, you now see Captain Ornelis, wounded, blood oozing from, like, her side as she pants. She is in the room that all of you are now currently in. If anyone finds this, this is Captain Ornelis. Ramus, my co-captain, my vice captain, has gone mad with power. He led a mutiny against me. He has moved all of the escape vessels capable of leaving this planet, getting out of orbit, to a hidden location that I do not know, all except for my personal vehicle, which I have kept hidden in the basement of this section. It is hidden and secured with a personal force field that requires a password. The password is GOAT. Please,
Honey!
if you find this, that vehicle is capable of getting off of this planet, but does not have the power or fuel necessary to get any farther than that. You would be able to get to the atmosphere, but that is it. That being said, it is equipped with a device that has a strong SOS. I think the reason our SOS never got out of here has something to do with the odd nature of the sand and this planet. An SOS from outside of this planet's orbit might actually be able to get us all help. Ramus wants to become a god and eventually grow an army of mages and fighters capable of resisting the Alliance and taking over this galaxy. He stabbed me. And the medical bot tells me that it has been poisoned and that I will soon die, and there is nothing this medical bot can do. Please, if you are able to do anything to stop Ramus from destroying the diplomatic alliance, I leave this mission in your care, for it is not one that I will be capable of. And at this point, her head nods off. The blue figure that initially, had appeared reappears and says, 99.9%. Files corrupted. Would you like to play the remaining files?
Holy God. And it's at this point we see a head regrown Ezric pounding on the glass. Let me out.
As he's drowning.
There is a headless body in a tank still.
Okay. Well, it's an empty tank, right? We haven't started it.
No, it's full of water. That's what Aiden said.
Yeah, no, it's full of
liquid.
water.
Oh, okay.
Now slightly bloody liquid.
Okay.
We need Bird to go read the panel over there.
Comprehend languages is spoken languages.
No,
Wait.
no.
Oh, hold on.
No,
You can touch the surface on
Yep.
which words are written. There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's how I'm gonna rule this one. Because nobody else had ever been able to like hear the language, they could never get comprehend language to work on the written stuff for this ancient language because it was considered so dead that even the magic was not able to like recreate the text. That
Okay.
being said, now that Bird has gotten this spell to work on like an actual spoken version of the language, I will allow Bird and Bird's comprehend language alone at this point to work on the text.
Bird,
Okay.
Bird, you have to teach us how to speak this language.
What language is
That's-
this?
How are we gonna
I'm
refer
saying
to
we will the language, we can call it like language of the ancients or something like that. But because Bird has comprehend languages, she can learn it. And we have with this puck, we have all of the syllables we'd probably ever need for it. And then with everything written, what it would do is it would allow every one of us to have a leg up in every dungeon ever, like on the entire planet or in this area.
That is true. If you are able to read the language of the ancients, that will be an unprecedented advantage against everybody else.
Yeah, so since I'm spending so much time with this language, like, would I eventually learn it?
You can spend downtime to learn the language as long as you have appropriate amounts of study material to work on.
So
So
we're
that
gonna
stuff
look
is
for
But
like-
learning a language takes a lot of time and dedication.
Yeah.
we're gonna look for books and holographic displays that'll have language on it.
Okay.
Holographic pucks like this one seem to be especially rare. You've never even heard of or seen something like this puck before.
I'm gonna give the puck to Bird
I agree. I
as
think that
as
since
study
Bird
reference.
Bird should be the mage in charge of holding onto the hologram. Okay. Well, there's some important information that we gleaned from that. Namely that we're all aliens.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put this out here now. There's no way that next week's recap is gonna have most of that information.
That is absolutely fair.
That's a lot. I got pages here.
Uh-huh. That was a lot.
I'm trying to recap
next
as
week
much
for
as
the
I can
recap,
as
I
we
can
go.
give you the important gist.
Yeah. Like,
There was specific bits of information that was supposed to give you guys certain pieces.
Right.
So I can just recap those when that time comes.
Okay.
So important key stuff that I got from that. All of this stuff is from off-world. People came here from space, and that's where all this technology came from.
Yes.
That somehow we're on a desert planet that supports an atmosphere. And despite the fact that these people described a planet that was entirely covered in nothing but desert, we have an ocean.
So we don't have an ocean. We have a giant lake for sure. But I think, and this is kind of speculation, is the wizard that, or the second mate that took power, he founded
Ram. Ramus! Holy crap!
Yeah. So I think he founded Ram, and then he wanted to push all of these things, but and I bet you that the vehicles to space are at Ram.
That would make complete sense.
But that's speculation.
Right. Another.
I don't
important-
even know if that's metagaming at this point.
No, this is just us discussing what we heard from Bird telling us what she heard, what he heard.
Not metagaming at all.
It's-
Those are the kind of conclusions that I would highly encourage you take from
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Another important thing is that Ornelas said specifically they have a personal vehicle with a password.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have
Hidden
that.
away with a password.
But it sounds like that vehicle is going to go up into outer space, and I would, if we never come back here, I kind of would like to say goodbye to my family.
I'm not saying that we should get in it and push buttons and see what happens. I'm just saying it might be a good idea to at least identify this thing, to figure out where it is and what it does. Because if a vehicle is capable of breaching an atmosphere, whatever that is,
I'm
we.
I'm of the same, because what it sounds like is this
I'm only deriving context from this because they said we traveled among the stars in the first recording.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Totally fair.
I think that any vehicle is worthwhile for us to take on regardless, because it gives us transportation. Even if we don't take it into the stars, we can still use it to get around the planet.
That's also my thoughts.
And
However,
we just need to
it
figure
also
out
runs its own risks.
yes, we need to figure out how it's fueled, or what makes it go, and then a way to replenish that, because the hologram said we only get it has enough fuel to get to atmosphere. That might just be the fuel source is only enough to go up there, but it doesn't mean that it can't receive more fuel from other things, i.e. magic, our magic.
Okay, a reasonable thought. I think that, first and foremost, we need to identify whether or not this thing even still exists, because she said it was protected by a force field with a password. We know that password. If it's still there, she said it was in the basement. What is a basement?
It
Or
said
where would that
she
be?
said below, so or no, she said on this level in the basement. I don't know what a basement is, but well, will we know what a basement is, Aiden? Because a basement,
Yeah.
cellar, same, kind of.
Same.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, we know what a basement is. So we know it's below us somewhere, on this level below us somewhere.
Okay.
My question would be, do any of the terminals or machines in here have any sort of map?
Ezric has a map.
So
We all look at the water tank.
Bird, by the way, did you want to use your comprehend language to understand the writing on the cylinder that you guys put
Yes,
Ezric in?
Have we rested? Because that last comprehend languages was my last spell slot.
it has an hour duration, and we are going to
Yeah, so you're still comprehending.
Oh, okay, yeah. If it has an hour, then yeah, I'm totally gonna read everything I can.
All right, you walk over and touch the words, and as you drag your hand across the words on this tank, they change into words you understand.
Cool.
And this tank that you put him in reads scar removal bath.
Okay, I will. I'll relay this to the rest of the party and be like, this says that it's scar removal. I think he's got a little bit more than a scar.
Scar removal.
Are there any
for cosmetic purposes?
Are there any buttons or options available?
There are options available on the side of the tank. Yes.
Bird, what do these say?
What are the different options? Let's see.
What's this say over here?
We're going to be relying on you for a lot of this, just so you know.
Yeah.
Your
The
comprehend language
options-
makes you unique now and very valuable.
The options seem to be a dial that reads 0 through 10, and above the dial it reads intensity.
Okay.
Set to 10? Question mark? What do you guys think? Before I've been just doing things. Should we set the dial to 10?
I mean, he's already dead. So
We
yeah.
can see what happens. I mean, it's a pretty gnarly scar.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's the
wait.
wound, not a scar. Those are two very different things.
Wait. Did we pull all his equipment off first?
We just tossed
No.
the body in there.
Okay, we
You
need to
just
fish the
tossed
body.
him
We need to
full
fish the
send.
body out and pull the valuable things, like the maps, off of him.
Okay, we've got some wet maps.
You got some wet maps.
All right.
Some slightly ruined maps. I'm gonna need you to roll a d20
fuck.
on like just how much this like salve water has messed with these maps. All right, the once pristine,
Hold on.
like, perfectly drawn.
Should I take
Oh,
inspiration on this, guys? Reroll.
The maps are pretty useful.
They are kind of
think so.
important.
I think the maps are pretty important, so let's
Yeah.
give it
All right,
another
I'm
try.
gonna take the inspiration, Aiden. I'm gonna reroll. Fuck me.
Well, we paid dearly
Alright.
for our stupidity.
the maps are not destroyed, but the once like pristine, perfect lines are now kind of like thick, blurry smudges. You can still use it to get around, but it won't be as perfectly accurate as it was before, as you now have to kind of guesstimate dimensions and things like that.
Okay.
Wait, but okay.
I've navigated ruins on worse maps than this.
But would this be considered the maps having scars? So if we put
Oh
it,
no.
no.
That's really good though. That's really funny.
Fuck you. Roll 20.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I slice sometimes, my man. The dice decide.
You know, I felt that it would have been completely like uncool of me to be like, "Yo, Taryn, give me your inspiration" when I was making Arcana checks earlier. But honestly, that inspiration kind of was just laughing at us.
It did. It literally laughed at me, like in the face.
Well, I'm glad we
Okay,
did.
cool. So yeah, let's. I think let's dial up this this tank and see what happens.
Yeah,
Um,
let's do it.
You crank the tank all the way to 10 as you hear the buzzing of energy. Other than there's now a light buzzing sound, nothing happens.
Okay.
Go back down. Turn it off.
Would James's arm count
James.
as or James's arm count as a scar?
Only
No,
one way to
that
find
is
out.
a petrification. This is like a literal, like think literal science. You had a solve or something that reduced the size of a scar. It wouldn't work on a stone.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you know, it's magic though. Okay, cool.
As far as we know, it's magic,
Uh,
but it's in terms of literal science.
I want to look around and see like if there's any like portable devices type of thing, or
Is there anything else for me to read in this room?
I think we're probably going to want to
There's a
read the
lot for
buttons
her to
on
read.
the robot control terminal that I was using.
Okay.
Okay. So you are able to walk around and just kind of like read everything in the room. So let me just do a quick identification, like walkthrough for you guys. This seems to be a like body scan type equipment used to identify what might be wrong with you, or if you have any like ailments, curses, diseases, anything like that.
it just sees what's wrong
This-
with us. It doesn't fix anything, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
This is the control panel for both this robot, the Medbot, as well as the medical table. The medical table itself seems to be able to do quite a lot as far as providing and encouraging healing.
Okay. So what? We would like lay down on the table like the skeleton's doing, or
Yes.
oh, okay.
Aside from like diseases or sicknesses that were like specifically designed to not be able to be cured by like these types of things, laying on the table and activating it will allow you to cure any condition that you are afflicted with.
Guys, let's put
That one I think
Ezra
might
on
be
the table.
worth trying with James.
Yeah.
Well, yes, with James, yes, but I'm saying let's put Ezric on the table because he said any condition. Death is a condition.
Nope.
No.
I mean, from the list of conditions.
Okay,
I
so
tried,
is
I tried.
partially petrified a condition?
Petrification is a condition, yes.
Okay.
What about dust?
Is vaporized a condition?
No, that one will not work.
Okay, so let's
So
have.
if you want the list of conditions, I'll just read them out for you. It's blinded, charmed, deafened, exhaustion, frightened, grappled, incapacitated,
Heal my
invisible, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, it's,
Ah.
it's on there, restrained, stunned, unconscious.
Can you please heal our prone friend?
Yeah, let's put James on the table then.
Given the information now that we now have available to us, I think that James, it's reasonable to think that this table could heal James. So, James, would you like to try and see if we can heal your stone arm?
I will give it a shot. Why not?
Or do you
Okay.
want us to take you to a blacksmith and have him carve it with pointy points?
I think that'd be a mason.
No, I would much rather have my arm back.
Okay, it's your arm. It's up to you, dude.
Here's Bird.
I
with
mean,
the
if I didn't have the option of getting my arm back, like if that doesn't work, then yeah, sure. But like out of character, Sarah, imagine that you just had a prosthetic arm, like just like a solid wood arm. Would you prefer that over a moving arm, even if it had a spike at the end?
No.
You still would barely be able to hit people with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, we're gonna
He
try.
lies down on the table. Bird is able to walk over, adjust the settings to read for the condition of petrified, and she hits the activation button. The table glows with a blue energy as you see the stone part of his arm begin to recede and turn back to flesh.
Yeah.
Since he didn't do anything to break the stone, he has his full arm back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
outstanding.
All right. So, since you guys now have full access to this room and understand what it can do, I'm gonna give you the full lowdown here. The table cures conditions. The robot can cure hit points.
Okay.
So he can heal you and he can give you reserves of temp HP, but the table is the thing that can cure conditions.
Okay.
Together, they're a pretty like good all-around fix.
Yes. We found a Pokemon Center, guys. Okay.
Come on, Pikachu, get in the ball.
So we have a
And in the
machine
event that you're attacked within this room, you can use the table to get the robot to attack the things attacking you.
Okay. So now we understand more about the robot too, because she can read the button. He can read the buttons. Okay. Well then, I think that considering we now have a better understanding of the technology in here, of the magic in here, I'm going to look at Lucian. It might be a better idea to leave the disintegration cannon on the robot.
I agree. Aiden, is there anything else in the room specifically a map?
No.
Is this
Or
table down on the bottom right just empty?
Yeah, that just seems to be. It's not like a table; it's got wheels on the bottom. It's like like carry people around.
Gotcha.
Sick
A
people,
gurney
type thing. Yeah.
Okay, but there's no like panel that'll pull up like a map or anything.
No.
Okay. So, so we've got a machine that can identify conditions, a machine that can remove scar tissue, a machine that can heal conditions, and a robot that can restore vitality, basically.
How much time do we have till nightfall, approximately?
If you guys aren't doing the trek back, you've got like 4 hours.
Okay, so hear me out. Let's explore a little bit more in this area and see if we can find this basement.
Okay. I think
All
I'm down.
right.
With that,
We
I'm
should have the
gonna,
robot heal James back to full HP too.
yeah.
Good call. You do so, and he is now back to full HP.
While
Okay.
that's going on, I'm gonna look over the maps, and just identify one where we are, and then just see if there's any areas around us that, or like notes of like, can't get in here. There's something repelling us, type of thing.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
All right. So as far as the guy who made these maps, Ezric's father, was concerned, he had explored this dungeon to its completion. He was unaware that there was any room or any section of this that he hadn't like fully like looked through. That being said, you are able to find where you are on the map. According to the map, this is the bottom floor. It doesn't get any lower into into this building than this.
Okay, so there's another floor below us.
Maybe.
So looking around on the map, is there anywhere that would indicate a like a down into oblivion or?
No. The map does consider this to be like as far down as anything in this section goes.
Okay.
We
Looking at the map, right? Because this room wasn't on there; it was just like empty. Are there any other areas that would be similar to this on the map? In this
Go ahead
area?
and roll investigation.
Can't be perception. Fuck.
All right.
can I roll an investigation?
No, the roll has been made. There is no other section on the map like the little room you found. And Ezric was the one who found this section after poring through all of his dad's old maps. And he considered this to be like the thing that was going to make him worthy in his dad's eyes, that he was going to find something his dad never did. That would be a huge achievement.
Got it.
Oh,
Okay. So what I'm gonna look for on the map then is gonna be, or well, wait. She can read the things on the walls now.
Yep.
So so we'll leave here, and we need Bird to identify any placards and what they say.
Okay.
All right.
In
I'm ready
directions.
to play again.
You guys start walking through the hallways. Bird is running around to basically like every door and half the walls and reading. She has to touch the writing to know what's like written on it. By the time the hour is up and comprehend languages is done, you did decode, I'm going to say about half of the words like on this floor. That being said, a lot of them are just like Dr. Smurf's office, Dr. Lizzie's office, med bay. The word med bay comes up a lot. Storage room, storage facility. I'm going to need a flat d20 roll for if you were lucky enough to get anything that would tip you in the right direction.
I got it.
Please. Fuck.
Unfortunate.
God damn it.
Of all of the things that you guys are able to decode, you are not able to find the one that's going to point you in the right direction at this time. You can continue searching without her decoding, which will make it harder to find what you're looking for, or you can wait until she is capable of casting the spell again. That is entirely up to you.
So I want to mark where we stopped reading, or being able to read. She needs a long rest in order to cast again, correct, Bird?
Yes.
Okay. So we still have 3 more hours before nightfall, so I want to take 2 of that.
Wait, question. Bird, do you have sorcery points left?
Yeah, I haven't used any.
All right, you know that you can turn 2 sorcery points into a new first level spell slot, right?
Oh,
I didn't know that either.
Well, that yeah, I
That's
have
one of the main functions. Yeah.
points.
You have how many points?
So you can just create a new spell slot to cast that.
Okay,
You have
I'll
4 and
take
you need to.
my
So
sorcery
okay.
point.
So for the next 2 hours, we'll be good on language.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Fantastic.
I'll cast another comprehend languages.
And we'll continue
After
going.
all this, I really hope that I'm fluent in it because it would just be stupid if I didn't like learn the language through all this.
You might start picking up on like what the word medbay or something that was repeated 20 times looked like.
Yeah.
But
You're not gonna
learning
learn
the language, learning any language is going to take more than just like having a dictionary while you walk through.
right.
You know what I mean?
Because the only version of the language you have spoken has limited syntax, and that you only have a certain amount of words to draw from. And while we do
Okay.
have a lot of syllables, like Taryn said, it's going to take a lot of time and processing all of that and putting them together to equal words on a page.
Exactly. And that's where the next phase of this is going to be going around and copying down all of the words on this floor, so that way we have a spell book basically. We're going to create our own language book.
Okay.
But right now the priority
right.
is going to be to search things while we have time, and we can read things. But once we're done with this part and we no longer need you to be able to read it, we can just copy down what it means, because as soon as you touch it, you can read it again once you cast the spell.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then we can basically,
right.
you translate it into common, and then we can create our own thing.
Cool.
You guys walk around. You are able to identify just about everything in this whole level, word-wise. And eventually you do come across the door that says basement holding area.
Yeah.
So let's investigate that. Also, were we able to poke our heads into the different rooms and offices, and they were looted?
Everything on this floor has been like looted clean except for the room you guys were in.
Okay, cool.
All right. You go into this room and it seems to be a entirely empty metal room except for one small little black device next to the door that looks like it needs a key card swipe.
Okay.
Hey, Oro.
Oro's got the key card. Is there any words or anything on the box?
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try
Do it.
a key card swipe.
Well,
Do it.
wait.
Hold on. I mean, okay.
What if it turns into like another enemy thing that we have to fight? I have no more spells.
I don't think it is. We're not breaking into it like we did into the other room and disturb the body. Like, we have the key card. So based off of the hologram and everything else, I think we'll be safe to set. I think we'll be safe. Worst case is we swipe it again and shut the door.
Okay.
If it plays the same way that it's been going, just based on past experiences.
Try to swipe the key card and see what happens.
A little green light appears, and you all feel the floor begin to rattle and shake as the center of the floor slowly opens, revealing a staircase going down.
Going down.
Oh.
Down we go.
How much time do we have? We're still at the beginning of the hour, right? Or like...
Yeah.
You took, it's been about 2 hours. You have 2 more hours before nightfall rules set in.
Copy.
Okay. How far away are we from the med bay? How long would it take us to get back? Or we're all still on the same
like 10
right?
minutes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You're not far at all. It's just taking time to like read everything.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like, search and all that.
as long as we
Okay,
take... the necessary precautions as far as getting back. We're good to go, I think.
All right. You guys, as soon as you step on the staircase, you feel it move beneath you as the staircase moves itself to help you go down faster.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
As you descend about 100 feet on this moving staircase, lights kick in around you, and a large warehouse has been revealed. This warehouse is mostly empty, save for one large red ship. You've never seen a ship before, but you can guess that this thing that's been designed to look almost like a bird is capable of flight.
He took the red one. I had to.
It is large enough that all of you could fit inside it.
Yeah, let's do the full investigation.
As you walk up to it, you get within about 15 feet of it, and suddenly you realize that you can't progress any further. There is an invisible wall between you and it.
Goat.
Lucian, the passcode.
As the word goat leaves your lips, you see the force field slowly cave in on itself until it becomes a single cube on the ground.
I'm sorry, I'm imagining an alternate universe where we discovered this room by accident, and then we were trying to figure out how to get past it, and Taryn's like, let's just praise the goat, and then it worked.
Oh, then glorious. I'm gonna pick up the cube.
Aaron, you feel a strange connection between you and this cube, as if some force in the universe meant for you to find it.
The goat
Would you
speaks.
Would you like to attune to this cube?
I do want to attune to the cube.
Fantastic.
Hello, cube. You're my friend. We will praise
Add a cube of force to your inventory.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. That is so cool. In the span of 2 sessions over the course of 5 weeks, the 3 of us became infinitely more valuable.
Yes.
We've got a force field cube, somebody who can actually read the ancient language, and a lightsaber.
Each phase
All right. The cube of force is a very complex and strategic item, which is why I decided that its ultimate master probably had to be Terran. Its usefulness depends entirely on how it's used. But effectively, you can make 5 different versions of this barrier around you. And the things that can't pass through the barrier are different depending on which barrier you create, is the way that this item is used. So you can make it so that spells can't get through the barrier. You can make it so that living matter can't get through the barrier. You can make it so that non-living matter can't get through the barrier. You can make it so that gas and like wind and fog can't pass through the barrier. Things like that. There's a lot to it. And it's really, really good if you know what you're doing.
I'm reading it.
And my goal for you, Taryn, is just, use it well. Good luck.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Dude, that's so cool.
You guys don't even know.
And we have the cube, so the ship now becomes a lot easier to protect.
Yes. I wanted to share that with you guys so you can see it. Oh,
wait, all the stuff that you just put in the chat?
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's awesome. 36 charges? Holy crap.
And regains 1d20 every day at dawn.
Which, I mean, that means you could only end up regaining 1.
That's
Theoretically,
true.
Like,
But if I don't use it for a couple of days,
if you have that luxury.
let's see.
The charges is the main limiting factor.
Yes, but it's fine because as long as I'm reading it correctly, a spell or item that'll decrease charges is Disintegrate, Horn of Blasting, Pass Wall, Prismatic Spray, and Wall of Fire.
Correct.
And that's it.
That or just using it will also
Yeah,
use
I
its
mean,
charges.
I use it once, but that's one thing. But I don't have to worry about anything unless one of those spells is used on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's when things will start getting real bad real quick. All right. So you now have this awesome cube, and you've bonded to it instantaneously. There is a ship in a warehouse. What do you guys want to do?
Let's go investigate the ship. This vehicle of sorts, as it were.
Yeah.
Yes. You examine this bizarre vehicle, and you see what looks like a card slot towards the back of the vehicle.
Or
Are there any words?
Say again?
Are there any words or anything to decipher?
There is one big word along the side of the vehicle,
Okay. Bird?
which Bird is able to identify as the word Phoenix.
Yo. Now that's something we should know. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe the key card.
All right, this one is not a swipe. This is an insert.
Okay. Is it insert and lose the card, or insert and then pull it back out?
You don't know.
Shit.
Do you insert it?
Oh god, yes, I insert it.
I mean, worst case
You
is
insert
I
it, and you feel the card get sucked out from between your fingers as the ship begins to power up, and a large doorway lowers down, becoming stairs and a way to get on the ship.
Okay. Well, let's hope we can get that back later.
All right. There doesn't seem to be a lot of like personal effects on the ship. It is decently sized. There seems to be one like cockpit with 2 seats in the front, and then enough room for 8 people in like the back little cargo section.
Okay. So this is like a personnel carrier. It's not like this is basically like
it's a transport.
A transport. Okay. So not.
Yes. You imagine that its original use was probably to be something akin to like an escape ship.
Okay.
Like escape pod type deal.
Okay. So, in the cockpit, can we decipher any of the words and stuff going on in there? Like, figure out how it works, how it's
There's
used?
a lot of symbols. There's not a lot of words.
Okay.
That being said, as you kind of leaf around, you do find some kind of hatch with a latch on it. Do you want to check what's inside?
If there's nothing to decipher about the hatch, like, is there any words indicating what it might be?
No words.
Okay.
Just a little number.
Okay, well, I'm going to trust. We're going to go ahead and pull the lever. I'm going to hoist up the hatch. What's in there?
You
Are you
pull the lever and open the glove compartment.
God.
Inside seems to be the akin of like license and registration.
It's a glove compartment.
Am I forgetting what, Sarah?
I want a long rest so that I can get my spells back.
We all want a long rest.
We
but
all want a long
there's,
rest, yes.
There's
Yeah.
there's time.
We're just taking the
still.
time that we have right now before night falls and we have to reset everything.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking, like, what if we accidentally start driving this thing and we fly off into who knows where?
Well, we're not pushing things that we can't read or understand.
But
you
I just did.
you
I just did pull
Well,
a
you-
lever. so I
He
could
said
pull
it was a
hatch.
hatch. So it was a lever of some sort to a container.
But did we know that it went to that container? No, we did not. For all we know, that could have been the throttle.
All right. For now, I do want to say, A, you are totally right, Bird. They're totally like playing a dangerous game. B, the other thing in the hatch, before I forget to tell you, is a large book with words upon the front. If you have Bird identify these words, the cover reads Instruction Manual.
Cool.
And it is a thick book. This is going to take time to decipher and read through, like a lot of time.
Perfect.
So I think that now that we have this instruction manual, we can start to figure out how it works without actually necessarily having to be here on the ship.
Yes. We can return to the medical room and camp out.
Here's the thing,
Alright.
though. I need to get the-
That said, we need to use the manual to figure out how to get the key card back.
Okay, well, we're gonna if you said there's not that much in terms of personal effects on the ship, we're all gonna go ahead and leave. Right?
I mean, we do need that card, though.
I know. We're taking the book with us. We're gonna use the key. We're gonna use the instruction manual to figure out how to get the key card back. Because we might just all leave and then it automatically spits it back out. We'll see.
I'd rather stay near where the card is.
I know. I'm not saying we leave the room. I'm saying we leave the ship. We go down the stairs out of the ship again.
Okay. I mean, I'm perfectly capable of reading it inside the ship, too.
Okay, but I'd feel better inside the med
You
room.
will so deciphering an entire page takes a lot of time.
Look at the
It takes about 1 minute to read one page of text, and you do not have a lot of time left on your hour from comprehend languages.
Okay.
That being said, as you guys exit the ship, go ahead and roll me a investigation or perception check. Doesn't matter which one.
I'm gonna go ahead and do perception. I think. Let me.
All right. With a 19, you are able to see what looks like a small section of the like side of the ship near where the card got sucked in that looks a little different, like it could be interacted with in some way.
touch it.
Like it has buttons on it, or
It doesn't necessarily have buttons, but like you can tell that there's a difference in texture.
okay.
Would you like to touch it?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know what it does?
All right.
No.
You touch the touchpad, and the ship door slowly closes back up. And as it seals into the ship, the key card is released.
Okay, I take it back.
Bird is going to go over to Oro and be like, you shouldn't be touching things if you don't know what they do.
I touched the thing.
You touched it.
That
We should not
one
be
was me.
touching things if you don't know what they do. Ask me to read it, and I will read it for you.
We're gonna drive Bird to
Young
her.
man, part of
to-
the job of being a scavenger is discovering things.
We're gonna
Yeah,
drive
but
Bird to
Have a
insanity.
walking dictionary. I can read things for you, and we can figure it out rather than just going willy-nilly.
I saw one word for you to decipher, and that was Phoenix. Now here, I shoved the book into his chest. Now you tell me what we're supposed to do.
So
Now that you can read it.
Maybe I won't. You stop pressing buttons.
I say, now, friends. Let's return back to the medical room. We'll seal up the ship tight so that nothing happens. We have all the time in the world now.
Exactly. All right, so we go back.
Aiden, on our way out, I want to see if I notice any basically doors.
There does not appear to be any doors in this warehouse that you can see.
What about the ceiling?
I mean, there's the way in that you guys found, came
Oh yeah,
through.
true.
Okay, but there's nothing that looks like it opens up or somehow, because I don't know how we're gonna get this thing out of here.
Well, it got in here somehow.
Here's this fancy ship, guys.
Indeed.
You can't use it because you can't get it outside. Get wrecked.
If there is a way to open the hangar door type of thing, you will also have to deal with the fact that you are way underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying.
So you'll have to get clever.
There could be a tunnel. Anyway, I'm gonna reset the cube, and set it to nothing gets through.
Okay.
And set it back on the ship, so that the ship is secured.
You do so successfully. This ship is once again under force field. Go ahead and minus the correct number of charges for me.
It's only one charge, right?
For nothing,
It requires 5.
nothing
Right?
can pass through. That requires 5 charges.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay. Back to the
All right.
main show. So when we get back, James is there, right? Or has James been with us? You know what? Who cares? He's
James has been with you.
James
okay.
has been mourning the whole time.
He's
Don't leave
been
me,
very
guys.
somber and quiet.
Just quiet, in remorse.
All right, you guys make it back to the med bay in time. You seal yourselves back up. And if you would like to take a long rest, you may.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely want to take the long rest.
As long as you guys don't open the doors in the middle of the night, you are safe from all possible encounters at the moment.
Okay.
And then I need
Okay.
Yay, I'm
Long
back to
rest.
36 charges.
Congrats.
Long rest. All my spells back.
I want to make it a point that I don't. Bird, do you have to rest, or do you do the or do you have trance?
I think I have to rest.
She does. She's not
Okay.
an elf.
Does she
Only
need the
elves get
full
trance.
8 hours to sleep, or?
Technically, the way long rest works is it's 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of light activity.
Okay, so for the 2 hours of light activity, I want to get with Bird and have her start trying to teach me what she remembers from the characters of the ancient language.
Okay. Cool. Also, my pronouns are he, his, and him.
Yeah, Bird is a boy.
That remains
Yeah.
to be determined.
Aaron.
Lucian's
All
still
right.
stuck on the first encounter that Bird had with Oro, where he called him a her. So
Yeah.
he just sees
Mhm,
Bird as this ambiguous gender. So
Okay.
it may be him,
Likely
it may be
story.
her.
Likely story.
So
Whatever. I
look,
guess- I
he's
guess
not.
that's
Lucian is not intelligent. He has a. I mean, he's average intelligence. He's a 0. He could figure out if he wanted to, but he's not going to.
All right. Hundreds of feet above you, dawn rises and a new day begins. And as you guys set out on whatever bizarre plan you have next, we are going to continue to zoom out as the camera pans all the way over to the island in the middle of the ocean, the citadel of Ram. The camera pans to an inside room filled with screens. Sitting in this room is a lich, an immortal undead of unimaginable power and control.
This sounds right.
And on his uniform, the name plate reads Ramus. The lich stands and mutters, "That's not possible." As the camera turns to see that the screen he's staring at says, "Access granted, medbay doors, Captain Ornelas. Access granted, basement hangar, Captain Ornelas."
Oh, that's.
Oh no!
I don't know
So
if you
we
guys
don't-
have
And
experience
that
with
is where
liches,
we
but
end today.
fuck that.
That was a great cutscene. I like that one. Really good production value.
Thank you. I worked
We got Blur on that one. That was good.
Good luck, guys.
Awesome. That's. We need to leave.
You don't know that though.
I know. I know. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure playing with you.
That session was so sick.
Yeah.
That was such a
Good.
good one.
That was good. I have a lot to write out.
I'm amazed we
Okay.
didn't level up, honestly. I'm used to leveling up like twice a session.
I know, right?
Facts. Aiden, with your
Actually,
permission,
you guys
I'm
are
gonna.
only like 800 away, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
close.
we're close.
I'm gonna give you some quest XP for completing this section because this was like one of the bigger sections.
Okay.
How's 800 each sound?
It's funny how that works. So that's
that sounds
56.70 for everyone else. And it's not enough to level up, by the way.
What?
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's 57 to level up?
It
Or 58?
yeah, hold on.
Yeah, what is it to level up?
Character advancement. Let's see, 6,500 for level 5.
What?
Oof. Okay, that is much too far away to just.
Yeah,
He's
we
made
can
the
just
grand.
give that away.
That is a jump, though.
Go ahead and take. Because I already said it. Go ahead and take the 800 bonus XP for quest completion.
Okay, so we're at 56 now.
56.70.
Yeah.
And you will have to earn the rest of your level up next time.
Man.
As I was saying, Aiden, I am going to take these notes. I'm going to put them into a Word document and try and fill out the information as much as possible. And then I'll send it over to you, and then it can be a chronicle for you.
Cool. I like it.
Because, I mean, I'm already writing down everything anyway, so I can remember this for next week. So
I could like hear the ominous music when the camera panned into the Ram HQ.
right.
And I love that. You know, they say when you're a DM you're not supposed to do like cutscenes and shit, but honestly I loved that.
Well,
I beg to differ. If you
Yeah,
can do
exactly.
it in a way that like adds, then you
Yeah.
absolutely should.
the other thing about a cutscene too that you got to think about is if you're doing a cutscene with the players right there and you take away a player's ability to do anything, that's
Okay,
one
that's
thing. But if you do a cutscene where the players wouldn't be able to interact at all,
Where the characters don't know, but the players do.
yes, then it
That's
has a level to add to it.
Okay.
You are officially in the like. This isn't the tutorial quest line anymore. That quest line's done.
Yeah.
You're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Figure out how to resolve that because there's this. I mean, I almost said Ezeric too. Ezeric is still dead, which is exactly what we were paid to do.
Well, so we're in a great opportunity here for this because we didn't kill him and we did everything we could to keep him alive, and James can attest to that. And because of that, we can't be penalized legally for it, and the lady is obligated to pay us our money while he also builds a case against her. So we should avoid jail time and get double rewards if we play our cards right.
We better be able to keep playing.
I'll,
It's such a freaking cool setting. I want to keep playing this game.
I'll do what I can, guys. I'll do what I can.
Life happens.
All right.
I do really enjoy playing this with you guys, so I would like to keep going.
For everyone else that's tuned in, thank you for watching, and we'll see you hopefully next week. And in session 6, we'll see what happens.
Alright, until next time, you guys.
Bye.